Oh, wow. Every time we watch that new intro, I'm like, man, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, but Jonny Fairplay in pink underwear.
Yes.
Pre-Philip Shepard, who may get mentioned tonight.
Yeah, he may. I tell you what, everyone that's listening, I do this podcast with Jonny for 5 or 6 years now. And there are special times where I really look forward to doing a podcast. Right now is one of those times, not only for the topic we're about to discuss, but the fact that Kelley Wentworth is our guest. This is the first time from a survivor, a nobody from Fans versus Favorites, talking to a legend, Kelley Wentworth. Thank you for doing this. And you are the player that whenever we're doing these cast assessments, it's like, which player would you most likely, play like? Your name is listed a lot of times. So that's got to say something about your game. What do you say, Fairplay?
Yeah, well, I mean, I say it's very telling that Lynn Spillman's not casting anymore, because I remember when people would come up to her and go, I want to play like Jonny Fairplay. She goes, what, you don't want to win?
But Jonny, you're memorable. Hello.
I mean, you're beyond memorable, Kelley Wentworth. You're
you are.
Stop, please, more. But
I'm only here to compliment Fairplay the whole time. That's all I'm here for. So.
Well, I need you on. I need you on the next episode. We'll see. See if Sari feels the same way.
No promises.
So this all started thanks to our good friend. I believe you guys are friends as well. Phil Wood from the Survivor Specialist. Mm-hmm. It is now Phil and Will, and they are no longer the Survivor Specialists. They're just the Specialists. And they had Peridiam, who apparently doesn't like me. That's fine. Go take your 8 million viewers elsewhere. It's fine. Just hurt my feelings. But anyway, they did a podcast a couple weeks ago, and they were trying to cast season 50. And it was a 90-minute podcast, and they were throwing out all these names and why they would be there, why they wouldn't be there. And in the last 90 seconds of the podcast, they're like, what's probably going to happen? Jeff loves 3 tribes. It's probably an old school tribe, a new school tribe, and a new era tribe of 8 people, and that's going to be the season. And they're like, yeah, well, thank you, Specialists in Peridiam, because we stole your idea. And last week we had Mike Turner on to cast the new era. We figured out 4 ladies and 4 gentlemen. I use the term loosely. And we think we have the cast for season 50 of the new era. So just to go back in time, for those of you that don't want to watch, you should. It's a very enjoyable podcast. We have, for the gentlemen, we have Q, Jam, Jonathan, and Jesse. And for the ladies, we have Emily, Carolyn, Venus, and Dee. However, Phil did express to me that he talked to Emily, and she said there is no amount of money that she would go back and play Survivor again. So with that in mind, I'm more than happy to put Sydney in Emily's spot.
Yeah, we discussed that last week, and it might be interesting to get Kelley's opinion on that. Name the females again. This is from season 41 through 46 that we chose.
Yes, we had Emily, Carolyn, Venus, and Dee.
Mm-hmm.
And we're thinking about putting Sydney
in place of Emily if there's no amount of money that she would say yes.
No amount of money? That's crazy. I mean, I feel like everyone has a dollar amount that they'd play
for. As the $1 million man Ted DiBiase said, and this would have been my luxury item on Pro Islands, everybody's got a price. Everybody has to pay, because the $1 million man always gets his way.
Yes.
So
yes. I like that, actually. That's so yeah, I wonder if, not to go too deep into this, but did she just have such a bad experience, or is she just good with how she did, or what?
She was good.
She was really liked. I mean, I loved Emily.
She said she had nothing to prove. She got her adventure. She got her story. She was happy with everything, and she's good to go.
That's amazing, because you rarely hear of people who don't want to go back. Typically, it's the opposite of everyone like pre-gaming a year ahead of time. Even people that you'll never go back. You're like, you're never going to go back. But
she is the opposite of Russell Hantz.
Are you and Russell? Do you have beef?
No, but I mean,
Oh.
no, I'm just saying that Russell really wants to go back. Maybe check his Twitter. I don't watch no more. I hate the show. I'd go back tomorrow.
Okay, I haven't seen that. Yeah. Okay. I'll check it out.
Yes. So yeah. So are we good with those four?
I'm fine with putting
guys,
Sydney in there. Yeah.
Kelly,
cool
where are you at on those?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, what do you think about Shan, Kelly? Because we talked about Shan and Ricard, and obviously was a polarizing character. But
I feel like if you have Shan, you kind of have to have Ricard, though, right?
Yeah, and I think for me personally, and I like Shan. I know some don't. She's very polarizing. I get it, but I actually like her. I know Ricard and are pals. Mm-hmm. I got my fill of Shan on Challenge USA.
Forgot she was on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She did her news bulletins where she would spill the tea. It was a whole thing. And I was just like, I feel like I'm good. And I feel like her Instagram really just gives us enough that I'm good.
She's very creative, though. She's very creative on Instagram. But yeah, I'm fine with the picks. To go back to the original question, I'm fine with the list. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like, of course, we're looking at diversity, we're looking at winners, we're looking, Matt made a big pitch on the last podcast, and he was, if Probst is accurate in saying this is going to be a year-long celebration, blah blah blah. You have to imagine the first episode will be 2 hours, and the first 30 minutes will be showing a character and then showing their moment.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So, you have the Jam win, you have the D win, you have D on the pole, you have Jesse with the move, you have Carolyn being Carolyn, you have these people and that moment. Mm-hmm. And that's probably the first 30 minutes of the show.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's going to be like really any full returning player season.
Yeah.
I know they did that in Second Chance. Obviously, you have game changers and they're showing how people are game changers. You have winners at war. They're showing some of those iconic moments from those winners. Like, yeah, of course. That's what the first 30 minutes are going to be. I totally agree.
So, and I think you have, because like Mike Turner made a pitch for himself and I'm just like, yeah, but what's that moment?
You're just crushing dreams over here.
I think Jesse has that.
Sorry, but no, Mike. Like,
yeah. Well, I'm just saying. Second Chance. Mike Turner. Blood versus Water. Mike and his wife. He has an attractive wife. There's plenty of people there. I'm going to name today. It's just like I want to see them again. I love them as a person. However, I think they're better for that. Like if this is the legend season or whatever, and I think we're being very kind to the new era. So I feel like you have to have that legend, not only that legend resume, but that legend moment.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that singular moment, you don't make the cut.
Are we though? Are we just assuming that 50 is a Legends and that they are pulling?
Oh yeah.
Like that's okay.
Yeah. So, and as I said, I think we're using the term loosely.
Survivor would be stupid to not do something like what we're hypothetically saying for.
Well, Jeff said it's a year-long celebration. I mean, like what are you going to have 50? It's just like, let's do.
I mean, listen, nothing surprises me anymore.
I know.
There, so
but we're going great. As I said, after 90 minutes of conversation with the specialists, two people that know the game, Peridiam, who beyond, you look at the videos he does. He's incredible. He knows, like after 90 minutes, they're just like, here's what he's probably going to do, and it makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so Legends, okay. Got it. Okay, let's do it.
All right, so let's start. We'll go. So last week with Mike Turner, we did the new era that was seasons 41 through 46. Apologies to 47 through 49. Sorry. So we are doing today with Kelley Wentworth. We have New School, which is classified as seasons 21 through 40. I will put a disclaimer on here. I'm not pulling people from Winners at War and Game Changers for those seasons in particular. those are returnee seasons. Your placement would like Boston Rob would not be in this list because he started on Marquesas or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I did the same thing. I was thinking of people. Yeah.
Yes.
Same page.
So, even though your gameplay on a Game Changers or Second Chances or Blood versus Water may merit your spot in this cast, we are basing it, on your first tribe, first season. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So starting with season 21, Nicaragua, I only have one person. Matt's going to disagree with me on this, and that's fine. I understand. I have Jane Bright. Jane is now 70 years old. I would love to see someone in that age category represented on the season. Tough as nails, still tough as nails. You meet Jane today, she'll arm wrestle you or just wrestle you and beat you. She made it pretty far. She's tenacious. Peek behind the curtain. At all times during this Nicaragua season, she had a fire going for the actual camp and a second fire in the woods just to cook Chase Rice fish.
Okay, not a bad option. Yeah. Not someone I had on my list, but I could see it.
Yeah,
I had Philip Shepard.
That's next.
Oh,
that's 22.
Oh, he's 22. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Okay, then 21. 21. I have no one.
Yeah, 21. It's Nicaragua. I mean, Fabio won. They didn't call Fabio for Winners at War. I don't think they're calling him for this.
So, with that being said, I like your reasoning, Johnny. But when I start looking through my list of female competitors from 21 to 40, I have so many that are just upper tier for me than Jane. And with her age, I don't know if physically she could do it.
She can.
Okay, so it'd be like a Shane Gold situation.
Sure.
Okay. My pick from Survivor Nicaragua is Sash. He made it all the way to the end of the game. To me, Sash was a villain. I love Sash. He lives in my hometown of Cincinnati, Ohio. We've spent many times together. He loves Survivor. He's at a different place in his life. He's a dad.
He's a good-looking guy. I mean, like as good-looking as he was on the show, like now he's got the big curls. It's just like, oh my God, who are you?
Yeah, he's tall, he's charming, he's smart, he's funny. Sash is who I have all day long from that season. And with that being said, I still don't think he gets cast for 50.
Yeah.
But Sash is my pick.
Okay. So probably no one from Nicaragua. Okay. Season 22, Redemption Island. I have Philip Shepard. If he were out there with me, would he drive me insane? Absolutely. I've never met him in person. I bet he would drive me insane in person. But how could you not cast him?
I played with Philip Shepard. So I got to see the pink underwear. I was on for when they did the tribe swap on my season. I was at their beach with Corinne, Don, Cochran, and Philip. And that dude is great TV. He's hilarious. He's wacky. He's an older guy now, but I still think that he is legendary. Whether you like him or he annoys you, I want to see him on TV. And for season 50, Philip Shepard he's iconic.
I want to see him on a tribe other than mine.
Yes.
Ruining their days.
Right. Oh yeah.
He's also
wink, Kelley,
he's also such a throwback. Like I feel like we haven't seen Philip in a long time now.
Yeah.
There was a stretch where we saw him for a few seasons that were fairly close together, but I feel like we have not seen him, and I would be so curious to know, like, does he revert back and play like he played before, or what has he done with all these years? And are we still going to get those iconic confessionals? Is he going to, how is he just going to play? So I would love to see Philip, and even just for the chaos, like you mentioned. Again, he might drive me crazy, but listen, I play with all types. We're good.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we're unanimous on Philip Shepard. We could probably move him down here to the bottom list. Philip. Okay. All right. Next is season 23, South Pacific. And I have to say here, Keith Nail would have been a first ballot, no problem.
Keith
beyond
was on
missed.
South Pacific. He
What's
was on
that?
my season. He was on
Was
27.
he on South Pacific?
No.
Oh, yeah, he was on Blood versus Water.
He was on 27.
Okay, I thought I had him at 23. Okay, well, still Keith Neal would have been on my list.
Keith Neal would have been on my list
no,
too.
Keith was so wonderful. Yeah,
he was.
So
Keith got to come to Cincinnati one time, just not to go too far on a tangent, but he came to my house. It was like him and Jervis and all these legendary players, and just one of the coolest, nicest, down-to-earth dudes. I love that guy. One of my favorite Survivor players of all time. And when he died, I was devastated. It's just like, what a diamond of a human being. So,
I totally agree.
Yeah,
he was very shocking. Yeah,
he was the highlight at Hearts Reality most years. I mean, he's just.
Oh yeah.
So okay, well, for South Pacific, then all I have is Cochran.
Cochran
personally, not a fan. That's fine. To each his own. I'm over the nerd archetype, and but this is the creator, so why wouldn't he be represented? So he did turn down Winners at War.
Here's the deal.
I think Cochran's done with Survivor. I don't think Cochran's ever coming back to Survivor. So
I don't know about that.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
All this intel.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
No. I have no idea.
Okay.
So
here's the thing, Johnny. I had Cochran on my list. I mean, damn it, he won my season. However, when I start thinking if I'm picking 4 men for the new school, there's no way he makes the list. Okay, even if he wanted to play, there's no way he makes the list.
Okay, here's the deal with Cochran, and let's go ahead and get this out there. I also have Christian Hibicki, also not a fan. I'm just not a fan of the archetype, personally. So, but it's one or the other. You don't need both. And what more do we need to the Cochran story? I mean, he finished the story.
Christian all day long.
Yeah, we'll get to him, but I agree.
Yeah.
I have Christian on my list very high.
Okay, and you have Christian above Cochran.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, plus the different Christian is a physical play. Like I think he could kick ass in some challenges. Although he's a nerd, I think
you're mistaking him with Carson, Matt.
No. I still think Christian could do
once
better
again the same character
than Cochran. But yeah, Cochran I don't think would play, like Kelley was saying.
Okay.
And I've had enough of Cochran.
Okay, fair enough. Boom. We have one person through 3 seasons. Okay, season 24, One World. I'm a huge fan of Moniker Culpepper, and of course I love Troyzan. A lot of people love Troyzan. A lot of fans love Troyzan. Troyzan, placement-wise, one of the best players based on the amount of time that he's played the game, a very likable character. I do see similarities with him and Lex Vandenberg. However, like I in the fans' perception, and I was talking with Phil Wood about this, you have Troyzan is the force of good version of Lex, and Lex is the force of evil version of Troyzan.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm just trying to remember, and I love Troyzan, by the way. I just want to put that out there. I like him a lot. I just feel like when he played his last season, which was Game Changers, correct?
Yeah.
I just felt like he got a little bit lost with all the other personalities out there, from what I remember.
He was hurt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like his leg was hurt, and I think like whatever he gave you was all he had left in the tank.
Okay. And this is not, I'm not trying to be like shady or anything.
No,
I'm just
no,
like,
I'm
I'm thinking of Game Changers in his last season. I'm comparing it to One World, where I thought he was much more of a star. I'm not
so much more dynamic. Yeah, he just there was nothing in the tank with the injury.
Okay. Then I would consider, but he was not on my initial list.
Sure.
So I'd have to.
And Monica Culpepper, not so much either.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Matt, where are you at?
I had Troyzan and Kim Spradlin, but again, this is a very competitive group of seasons, to where as much as I love Troyzan, there's other players that I would like to see play season 50. So I don't think he's going to make the cut. But Troyzan is
Kim's deer in headlights appearance on Winners at War, I think, is enough to say no.
Yeah, that's exactly. I 100% think that. And then, Troy Zan, he's great, but I don't think he makes the cut. So I don't have anyone realistically that I think would make it for One World.
All right. Philippines, Malcolm, he's fat now, and Abby Maria.
We think alike.
Listen, you always need a good villain, and I played with Abby Maria, and I do have to always say Abby Maria because she's just good TV. She really is.
I love her.
So
yeah. We are very very pro Abby Maria on this podcast.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
So I've already moved Abby down to the bottom list. Malcolm. I think, in the history of Survivor, Jeff in production has shown a fondness for him, and he's fat now. So there's a new demo he can represent.
Fair play.
And he wears the same shirt for every show. It's got stains on it. It's horrible. Did you watch Snake in the Grass? I don't know. Whatever.
No, I didn't watch that. Was he on that?
Yes, it was horrible.
Oh, it was? Well, now, but I do kind of want to watch an episode, and I'm writing that down.
But here's the deal with Malcolm, because I played with Malcolm on my season as well. I didn't know who he was. This guy gets off the helicopter. We're like, oh, this guy must have been good on his season because we hadn't seen Philippines at the time. I like him, and when I'm looking at my cast people that like Jay from Millennials vs. Gen X and Joe Anglem, same kind of person, I would pick Malcolm over them.
I'd pick Malcolm too. I was going to say he is kind of that same person as Joe if you're looking at the two. And I would say in that situation, I would go Malcolm.
Okay. So I'm going to have Malcolm. I'm going to move Malcolm down, but he can be moved from there. So, and I've never met Malcolm. I'm sure we get along famously. As we always say on this podcast, for those of you I haven't met, I'm sure you're wonderful. I just like to make fun of you because this is for entertainment purposes and betting only. And this is what this is for. Okay. Next we have Kara Moen. Well, we can skip to the next one. Oh, sorry.
That's the way, honestly, for a season 50, the only, I know people have thrown Reynolds' name out there. I mean, obviously, I played the season, but when I'm looking at the only people that are newbies in this group are the quote fans. Reynolds,
I would say Sherry Beethman.
Sherry wouldn't do it again. She got shit on. I would say Sherry. People want to see Reynolds, but honestly, I'd rather see a Malcolm than a Reynolds. Reynolds, he doesn't give a shit about Survivor. Yeah, so I'm going to cross that out. But I would say no one from Karamoan. Originally I was like, well, I could say Shamar because I hate the guy so bad on the show that he could cause some chaos. But that dude wanted to quit. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't have the respect of the game of Survivor. So honestly, I'm not putting anyone from.
Well, I mean, Matt, the elephant in the room, you're not going to Mike Turner this and say your own name?
Fuck no. Hell no. like they called Tessa for Blood versus Water, the second one.
Yeah.
So I would have had possibly a chance at that. And if I ever had a second chances type thing or some weird thing, but no, this is keeping it real with who we think are going to realistically get cast. I don't think anyone from Caramoan is on the list.
Fair enough.
What do you think, Kelley? Do you agree?
I agree with that. I don't really have anything to add.
Yeah.
Some of these early 20s, I'm not gonna. I'll have more. Yeah.
All right. 27 is Blood versus Water. So we have a couple people that we can mention that are first timers on this half returnee season. Sierra Easton, if they want to show the moment where she writes her, they love that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But she has played for I guess 3 times now. So this would be her 4th time.
Yeah, and when we think of 4-time players, is that who we have?
I love Sierra. The mom moment everyone knows it. I just don't see them choosing her if we only have 4 women to choose from.
Okay. I agree. She was on my list for that season. She was the one and only person, but I don't think she's getting through the cut of 4.
What about Brad Culpepper or his mustache?
No, I had enough.
I think he was done on Game Changers.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, people are going to be like, "Hey, why did you say this name?" We said it. Okay, so there you go. All right. Next, Kagayan. Wow, no one remembers this season.
So many options. That's the problem. There's a few seasons where you go, "Oh my gosh, I could almost see that whole cast play another season together."
Like, I mean, like if you go back and the specialist talked about this, you could basically rerun Heroes, Villains, Kagayan.
I'd say David Goliath has a lot of potential as well.
Sure, but like there's certain seasons it's just like, man, they could plug up this cast real easy. I'm gonna start with my personal favorite, and I am choosing favorites here. Bryce Isaiah, I love you. I don't think this is the season for Bryce. However, second chance, I think this guy's first ballot, he's on there.
Exactly my sentiment on that too.
So. Yeah, I had Bryce on my list as well, but you make a good point. Maybe not this season, but I would love to see Bryce back.
If he is like, I cancel cable if Bryce isn't on a second chance season.
We cancel Jeff if Bryce is not on. Okay,
yeah.
like
if we don't have Bryce and T-Bird, we're all done.
Cancel it all.
Yes. So yeah. Chaos Cass, I don't know if she would do it. I like Chaos Cass, but I mean, I don't, other than Richard Hatch and Russell, I don't think there's one person that said worse things on social media about Survivor and production than Chaos Cass. But they don't care sometimes.
Yeah, she doesn't hold back, which is why we love her. I have her on my list. I mean, if we're talking about we want to fill different demographics and we're talking about that kind of like mom or older woman, because we do need to diversify in who we're choosing. I have Cass. I play with Cass. I know in Second Chance, she kind of tried to be this like more like social player and more kind of like caring to people. And the first time she was more villainous, but I would love to see her a third time and kind of see like how she merges the two.
Revert back to her roots.
No, I agree. Revert back. Yeah, just like go all out on like a legend. Just do it, Cass. But yeah, to your point, would she play again? I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I'm moving her down just because she has such great television.
Please do put her on there.
Okay, and then Tasha Fox. Production loves her, but we've seen her twice or three times now. And she was also on Challenge USA. So I feel like that was a pretty good run, and I'm okay with skipping Tasha on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
Okay, and then Tony Vlachos. I mean, I think we got to have some winners. Tony's going to be fresh from Traitors season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is this?
Dirty's on my list.
Is this unanimous?
He's on the list. I mean, you have to. A 2-time winner, also. So
yeah, one of two-time winners. So all right, so Tony has moved his way down. I have a question. I'm not trying to be rude. Is Tony white or no? Because I don't know if Tony's like Italian. Is he Mexican? Like we have it from Tony. It's pronounced Vlachos, not Vlachos.
Ah, okay.
So it is Vlachos. That we have confirmed from Tony. I do not know his origin story, however. Because we're also working on the the 50% people of color parameters while casting as well.
Oh, he's Greek.
He's Greek.
That's what it says on Wikipedia.
Okay, is that a person of color or no? I don't know these things. I'm from the dumb South. We don't know a lot, but we ask questions because we're curious.
I would say they would cast him as a white person.
Diversity. So I don't know.
I don't either. Sure. Or maybe the chat room can help us out. So if you're Greek, does that count?
Do you have Spencer Bledsoe on the list?
No, Spencer's doing drugs in South America right now. He doesn't.
No, I don't have Spencer.
But back in the day, what were your thoughts on Spencer? I played a charity event at Bob Crowley's with Spencer. Definitely different than I had thought he was when I watched him play the show.
Listen, season 31 I think really changed him in a lot of ways. I believe he thought he was going to win and did not know he would be so beaten up at the final tribal council. And he was really, I'm sure he's over it now and doing whatever he's doing, but he was very upset and disappointed.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would play again. And I don't really know. Well, I guess he's been doing different things, so maybe he would bring a different game. But I did not have him on my list.
Oh, he would do something very. I mean, well, he has a new name. Was it Ramen or Raymond? I think it's Ramen.
It's Raymond.
It's not ramen like ramen noodles.
But out of that season, so we think Chaos Cass would not play again. Is she healthy enough with her heart and stuff like that to pass?
I think I feel like I read a tweet saying she could with her heart. But I think the next tweet was like, and screw you, you're all idiots. Yeah, I don't even know if we're friends. Like, I feel like Chaos Cass decides, like, well, I don't think she cares about me in any way. But when she does think of me, it's I think she changed. Like, she flips it. She's like, do I like Jonny Fairplay? No, I hate him. Okay. So.
I'd probably agree with that, but we'd have to ask her. But hold on. I have someone that you both have not said, and maybe this is a second chance person, but I feel like Jatia is iconic from that season with the rice and like big personality. I don't know. I would just want to throw her in there. Maybe that's a second chance type opportunity, but I love Jatia.
I love Jatia too. And that is a moment to show. When we go through these moments that they are going to show, I mean, like Tony, they're going to show the spy shack. Malcolm, they're going to show him arriving in the helicopter and him and Denise. And, is the rice that big a moment compared to some of these just beyond iconic moments?
I get you, but yeah, I think a second. But I like the fact that you brought her up because I definitely think that I would like to see her play again. 100%.
I would too. She's awesome in real life too. So.
Oh yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
So okay, so we'll second chance Jatia, but I just wanted to put her name out there because
I like it. All right, 29 San Juan del Sur.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
Man, you got the who's who on this. I've got
a couple. I play with these people. Okay, I've got a couple.
I have 3.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good.
Okay, I got Jeremy Collins.
So do
I want a winner. So
yeah,
we love Jeremy and Tony together. That's always fun. We're going to see them together on Traders. Is that going to be overkill? We'll see. So, but I have Jeremy. I have Natalie Anderson, a beast.
So do I.
Yes. Yeah, she has to be on. Period.
So, and also a winner, which when we were talking last week, I wanted like Winners at War sucked with 8 old school and 12 new school because we just saw the old school just get eat up, and it's just not fair. So I want 50% male, 50% female. I want 1/3 new era, 1/3 new school, 1/3 old school, and I want 1/3 previous winners.
That's fair. I think that's fine. Yeah, because there's no sense in having like 2 winners on a 20. Yeah, stupid. Immediate reason to target someone.
Yeah. So just equal distribution here, just across the board. People of color, people not color, just everything, just even, and then it's anyone's ball game.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Well, and people will say like, well, they've already won before. Some of the fans, they've already won. We'll get over it.
Well, I mean,
get over it.
Well, we'll get there next week. How can you do a season 50 without Boston Rob? But what else does Boston Rob have to do?
Just the name alone, the draw. I mean, when you go on Facebook, when you dare dip your toes in that Survivor Facebook page, okay, it's a scary place. But if you do, people still talk about Boston Rob on seasons he's not even on. They're like, we need Boston Rob back. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, like, okay. He's been on 7 other shows. Like, you can go watch him there, you know? Yeah. But he's just, the name alone is like such a huge draw. I don't know how you would have a legend season and not have him. Even if it was his 20th time. Like
Totally.
What if Boston Rob says no though?
He's not
Is
saying
that
listen, everybody has a price.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
But they're not giving people more money. Oh, wait. Okay. I have one more name here. I misspelled her name. I put an E in there. Kelley Wentworth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Kelley, you got to be there.
No. We can do.
Well, you can fight us on this, but the fans have spoken. I have, in the history of previous players that they want to come back at least one more time, your name is at the top of so many lists. So you can be modest, you can be humble. I don't know the definition of either of those words personally. I think it means creative. I'm not sure. But yes. You are
that's funny. I appreciate that. It's very kind. I don't think that they would call me again.
Oh, you're crazy.
I disagree.
Yeah.
You're at the top of the list of these new school or new era players. You're at the top of the list for season 50, in my opinion. As much as Natalie Anderson was on my list, if I'm choosing between Natalie and Kelley from a particular season, it's Kelley.
Oh, that's very sweet. Okay. Well, I appreciate you both. Thank you.
Yeah. And just imagine, okay, so let's say it's 3 tribes. Let's say it's the old school tribe, and you have Rupert out there, and then you have and then you have the new era tribe, and you have the people that we mentioned, and then you have the new school tribe, and there's Kelley Wentworth, standing beside Tony Vlachos and just super legends, to some people, and you have the entire new era going, oh my God, I can't believe Kelley Wentworth's here. Like, they literally showed the new era tribe saying that. And you have Boston Rob and Rupert going, what the fuck?
I mean, that would be funny, but
so that is a moment.
I'd just be fangirling over Cerise, like, honestly. I don't.
We all are. So.
I appreciate that. You guys can add me to the list. I did not have myself, but I do appreciate that.
But I can already see if we're picking 4 female, you and Abby Maria are 100%, in my opinion. Like,
I think so too.
So I'm looking at the rest of my list. I don't want to tell it right now on the pod yet, but looking all the way to 39, I mean, Kelley's at the top of the list, and Abby.
Yeah, I mean, peek behind the curtain, Kelley. That's why we invited you. You're so.
Okay, this is the only reason I came on this podcast. Okay, I did have one more person, and again, this might be a second chance, but because I played with them and they had a ridiculous Final Tribal Council speech, I have to at least mention them, and that's Reed Kelley. I don't know if you remember Reed, but he had the speech about the evil stepmother. And it's just, and I know, like, one-time players, sometimes they get lost kind of with maybe people who have played multiple times and big personalities. But Reed is amazing. And again, maybe we're throwing second chance, but I just wanted to at least say the name because I think that he is a good player, very strategic, but also very well-spoken, great confessionals, very athletic.
Thirst trap picks.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, it's just, like, we're just looking at checking off all the boxes.
Yeah.
So, maybe it doesn't make the list with all the other people we've talked about. But when I was writing my names down, I was like, oh, Reed is for me an obvious person to potentially at least talk about.
There you go. Oh, and everyone in the chat, if you have something super important to say, you should super chat it and we'll read it all out. All right. So next is season 30, Worlds Apart. And all right, so I think some of these are second chance, but some Joey Amazing. We kind of discussed it earlier. Joey Amazing and Malcolm are the same person. We're on agreement. We take Malcolm over Joey Amazing, plus some very polarizing posts in his social media over the last few years.
And I mean, aside from any of that, I both very valid points, but he's a dad. I think, he has one child that's special needs. And I think that's his focus. So
he would play again.
You think he would play again, even with all that said? Yeah, for a while there, I wouldn't think he would, but I probably would rather see a Malcolm, and I was totally cool with Joey Amazing, but
I met Joey Amazing. I made a lot of fun over Joey Amazing on the podcast over the years, and I met him at Hearts Reality, and his first comment was, "Hey, I listened to the podcast."
It's like, oh shit, you do?
Oopsies.
And he was super nice.
Yeah.
So his family's super nice. They come there like, Joey secretly likes you, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, does he have a crush? And they're like, no. Oh my god. But so he understands. He understands the entertainment aspect of this, and so I mean, like, if I just sit here and just say nice things about everybody, it's just like, okay, who cares? This is every other podcast. So
I had Mike Holloway on my list too.
Yeah. Once again, they didn't call Mike for 40, so I don't see them course correcting on 50 for 40.
No, they're not going to. But I've spent a good amount of time with Mike in the past at different events and at my house. And
he's awesome.
Always cool as shit to me. He loves Survivor with everything in him, and I feel like he got the shaft to not at least get a call for 40. He didn't even get a call, did he? I think that's what. So I think that's fucked up. You get a call no matter what. If you're a winner, how long does it take to call the guy?
I would have called everyone just to muddy the water.
Yeah,
just to fuck up pregame alliances.
I don't think Mike will play, but I just wanted to throw his name out there, just like when Kelley said Reed. I just want to kind of throw some props out to Holloway.
Yeah. Kelley.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I feel like Mike was so kind of hot during his season. Like everyone knew Mike Holloway. Like everyone, I feel like, liked Mike Holloway, loved him as a winner. And then it kind of died down. And I don't see, compared to some of the other people we've put on the list, I just don't see him getting a call over some of the other people. But he would. To your point, Mike is so nice.
Yes.
I enjoyed his gameplay in that season. I just don't see it.
I don't either.
Yeah. No,
Kelley, I totally agree.
Yes.
The saddest winners at War story was I was doing a viewing party in Santa Monica, and Fabio was there, and Jay Starrett, Adam Klein's roommate, he was there.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know his name.
Yeah, yeah, maybe I'm correct, maybe I'm not. And Fabio was just like, "Have you heard the next season's all winners?" And I was just like, "Yeah." And he was like, I goes, "Yeah, they didn't call." And I was like, "Oh, well, And he goes, "Well, maybe they still will." And Jay's sitting there is like, "No, I'm pretty sure they've locked it in." He was like, "I don't think you know for sure." And Jay's like, "Adam has literally packed his suitcase." Yeah, they have. And it was at that moment that Fabio realized that the call was not coming.
Yeah, didn't let him down gently, but sometimes you just gotta throw it out.
He's just like, "How do you know, dude?" And he was like,
Yeah, well, because he's literally on a plane to Fiji right now. Bye. Oh my God.
Bye.
Oh Lord. Not everyone can get the call, unfortunately. Yeah. So
but wouldn't you? Like on season 40, why wouldn't you have just called everyone just to
Yeah, I don't understand that. That's crazy.
Even just to
say,
see
"Hey,
if
how you doing?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just to even see, like, are you interested or not?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so kind of crappy. Yeah. Okay, Sierra. I feel like we've got this Sierra story. Mm-hmm. Rodney is fun. I would like to see Rodney and another family member play Survivor again on Blood versus Water. I would imagine there's someone just as crazy as him drinking their own urine, perhaps. I don't need to see that, but that's what he does now. According to him, I don't know. I'm not making this up. Mama C. Mama C was one of the bigger characters at all the events. Is Mama C in this realm, or is she a second chance?
Second chance, which I would love to see her again.
Yeah, because I put her in that same category as like a Chrissy Hoffbeck, who I would choose over Mama C. And then you now have also said Jane Bright, and we have Cass. And I just don't think, I think second chance.
Okay. So not a diss.
No.
Okay. Boom. Cambodia, second chances. So next is Karong, Michelle Fitzgerald.
I have her on my list.
She's never been voted out.
Mm-hmm. And she's been on all these. Go ahead. Sorry, Kelley. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I don't have her because I feel like she's so deep in the challenge now. I don't, I just feel like I don't watch the challenge, but it just seems like she is never home. Like she's always doing a show, and it just seems like she moved from Survivor to the challenge. I just don't have her on my list. I just don't have her on my list because I kind of think she's done everything on Survivor. Now. Yeah. I don't really see her coming back to Survivor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That
makes sense.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I consider her one of the greatest players ever. I mean, as I said, never been voted out of the game. There's very few people that can say that, especially playing more than once. Mm-hmm. So she's, one of what?
Yeah, no, definitely
3 or 4. So maybe 3. I don't know. No one said there'd be math.
Well, maybe put her on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Also, Ty. They love Ty. Did we get our fill of Ty, or are we still good with Ty?
I have Ty on my list. I would like to see Ty again.
Me too.
Okay, we'll put him down here. We'll see. We'll see if he makes the cut. All right. Aubrey, another fan favorite.
Mm-hmm. I had her on my list. And when Kelley was saying how Michelle is so embedded in the challenge now that it's kind of Survivor's out of her mind, I would pick Aubrey over Michelle for picking a female for our list. I think Aubrey has a better chance overall.
Yeah. Aubrey's very likable.
Mm-hmm.
She is.
So, she also fits a bit of that demographic that's that kind of not like nerdy, but just like it's just a different person than some of the other people that we've talked about. So I could see
dresses like Donald Duck.
Okay, listen, I love Aubrey. Aubrey is one of my friends, so you better tone it down, okay? What I will not
don't worry. I got you later too.
On this podcast, okay?
I got another one for you later. So no, she wears the shirt that comes down there, and so yeah, it's a very Donald Duck.
Fair play though.
Yeah,
they choose your damn outfits for you.
Okay, well, I feel like she wears that at home too. So
Aubrey's on high on the list.
Yes. Yeah, I think so too. I don't know if she would play, but she's high on the list for sure.
Yeah. There's a couple challenge girls I used to hang out with back in the day, and they're just like the worst look ever for a guy is to wear a t-shirt and nothing else, and just see you're just little twig and berries below. They're like, it's a bad look. So
what? That's always so funny. Yeah, like if I went into my room right now and saw Tessa like that, like just I'd be like grabbing my phone to snap a photo. But yeah, if my ass
that's a good look for a girl. It's a horrible.
But if my ass was doing that, I don't care if it was Jason.
But she's grabbing her phone too, and she's sending me that. She's like, put this on the Patreon.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good look for any dude.
Yeah. So no, it's more of a compliment to Aubrey and her Donald Duck look. It's good.
It is. Okay. Very good. Yes. Very good.
Okay. Sydney, I have on my list. I think Sydney would be great for a second chance. Doesn't have that big moment to put on here for a 50.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Yeah, I have the same. Right. I had Sydney on my list for sure, but I agree with the second chance thing.
All right. Season 33, Millennials versus Gen X. Number 1 with the bullet, Michaela Bradshaw. I don't know if she's dipped her toe in the challenge water. I don't know if she's fully submersed in there, but I could see her coming back.
Me too.
Yep, for sure.
And I love the chaos that she brings.
Mm-hmm. I do too. Yeah. I don't think she's a person where you'd say, oh gosh, we've seen it all. Like, cause I just think she'd just be chaos like normal,
Oh yeah.
So
no, like, she we were on the bus riding to the Give Kids the World Village at Hearts Reality, and she was just like, if we ever play together, I would come after you early. I was like, oh, thanks.
Well, I'm going, Michaela. So listen, I'm cool. Out of the list. All right.
I was like, thanks for the intel. I would rather know that than not know that.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. So yeah. Figgy, I love Figgy. I don't know. Maybe
Second chance.
maybe Squid
Yeah.
Games All Stars. So
Do you have David
actually
Wright on
called
your
her for the
list?
challenge, and it didn't work out timing wise with her job.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. I think once you say no on that phone call, they don't call, like, because Wendell had a similar circumstance.
For the challenge?
Yeah,
The MTV or US version?
I think both.
Well, they called me for the US twice, and I said no.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, you should do the challenge. All right.
No, that's not my thing.
Yeah, it's a little outside my
Not
pay
my
grade
thing.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Brett LaBelle. I love Brett LaBelle. I'd like to see Brett LaBelle in a Blood versus Water with Stan Chris's boyfriend.
Yeah, I'd like to see him on Blood versus Water. I love Brett as well. I just don't think, with how competitive the casting would be, that he would make the cut. But I would love to see him play again.
Or with Chris from his season, who most people think he's dating. And so,
isn't Brett dating a very attractive younger gentleman?
Yeah, Stan Chris. He's a big YouTuber, huge YouTuber.
Oh, well, you go.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had Jax from Vanderpump. We did House of Villains together, and we were doing a viewing party in Boston. We were staying at Brett's, and so Brett introduced Jax to his boyfriend Stan Chris, and he goes, "Hey, look at you, little guy," and and then like Stan, and he goes, "Oh, is that your son?" He goes, "No," and he goes, "Oh, is that your roommate?" And he goes, "Yeah, he lives here," and then
I'm looking this up right now.
And then and Jax is like, like, Brett, what do you do? He's like, I'm chief of the motorcycle brigade for the Boston Police. So he's just like, okay, well, nothing else makes sense. He's not his son. He's kind of his roommate. And then Brett put the pieces together. He's like, holy, good for you, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen them together before, but I can't. Let's see.
Stan Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking. Listen. Oh, here we go. Listen. I mean,
Blood versus Water. We want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And you should see him in a Speedo.
What's going on here?
Yeah, well,
Listen.
but Stan Chris in a Speedo does not hide a lot. He is a very small but very large young gentleman.
Okay, well, very good. This is great.
Learn something new every day.
That's cute. They're cute. Okay, I'm done.
I know.
I'm here for the love. All right.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Brett. All right. Game changers. No, we have return players. All right. 35 heroes, healers, hustlers. Sex Doctor Mike doesn't make the cut. I just want to do my Sex Doctor Mike. He wants to see your penis. He loves your penis. Can you just see it? Just send him a picture of it.
He wants to play again. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed.
What?
He wants to play again.
Oh, Sex Doctor Mike? Yeah, of course. So, yeah he's like,
I don't see it.
Do we get Ben?
I have Ben on my list.
No.
But I had him on my list, but when I'm looking at the other people, I don't think he's making it.
I don't think he's making it.
I think we've said he did the challenge and he's done a lot of stuff. So I think that people would rather see others over Ben. But
okay.
Him and Chrissy from that season were on my list originally, just as
Chrissy Hoffbeck. I think she's on a lot of people's list, but does she make a little more sense for Second Chance?
I think so.
I think so. I had Chrissy on my list, but again, I'd take a Cass over like a Chrissy.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see Chrissy on a second chance. I really liked her. And I think
I love Chrissy. I don't think
well,
actually, I know Chrissy doesn't like me in real life, and I like her a lot.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you speak very highly of her. And listen, whoever's listening to this podcast, please note that like season 50 is like the best of the best. Like we love so many players that would be good on other seasons, but if you're talking season 50, it's got to be like the highest of tier
to be mentioned on this podcast. You're in the elite.
Yes.
We love you.
Yes.
The thing with Chrissy too is that and listen, I don't throw this out there very often, but she, in my opinion, was actually robbed because she was the season where Jeff did not tell them prior to that final challenge that there would be the fire making.
Yeah. Well,
and
it was
had
created.
They known that.
Yeah.
That now changes people's decisions on how they play and when they vote people out. And she won that final challenge. And then anyway, I'll stop now. But
the fire making was literally created so that Ben could win, and then we've had them double down on it. It's just like no, it wasn't just for Ben. And it's just like, okay, we get it, but it was. So, but can you just pretend like, please stop? Mm-hmm. We're over the fire.
Yeah, with the fire, we're done. And we could rant about that another day. But my girl Christy, she got screwed on that one.
She did. So, all right. Who else? Desi. We've seen her on Challenge USA. I think she's amazing television. I think she's better suited for the challenge world than the Survivor world.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I love Desi. She's gorgeous.
Oh God.
The personality. Oh my gosh. She's like one of the most beautiful women ever. Like stunning. Yes. But I just think looking at the list, she just falls down a bit for me. But I mean, a second chance, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I just want her on more challenge.
Yeah, that's fair.
As I said, I just feel it's more her wheelhouse.
She should be on the regular challenge.
Yeah.
She should be on the MTV challenge.
Yeah.
Where Peacock, wherever it's being aired now. Like, I love her.
Regular challenge, just MTV. So, and you have to wait and whatever.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, 36, Ghost Island. Do we have the return of Wendell? I totally unrelated. We did mention D on the other tribe. Also we have Dominic and Donathan. Oh God.
I just needed a second.
Totally unrelated, right?
Oh boy, that was some drama.
You like that?
I live for drama. Okay. I'm the first going on here, get on Reddit. Like, hey, I have no shame in that. Okay.
And we know. So, that's why you're here. that's why you're on this cast of 50.
Okay, but no, I do not.
I'm just here for tea, folks. Don't worry, just tea.
I'm just here, just sipping, Michaela style.
Dominic over Wendell, and I love Wendell, but I want to see Dominic. I think Dominic fucking ruled that season, and I like to see Donathan as well, but Donathan may be a second chance type player.
I feel like Dominic and I feel like Donathan is a second chance kind of guy, and Dominic is a blood versus water kind of guy. Because, I mean, he literally explained to us every confessional on Challenge USA that his wife would be worried about the Love Island girls that I'm sure ran from his farts as he was talking.
Oh my Lord.
Baby, I promise I'm not. It's just like they're not even looking. You're like, you smell like old man, dude. Stop it.
just accept your age. It's okay.
There's a chair in Dominic's house that smells like his farts. He's like, hey, honey, I got a good one. Come here. He calls her in the room for it.
I don't even think about that. So I have no idea.
I have never farted in front of my fiance in 3 years.
I believe it.
Yeah.
What do you do? You just don't have gas, or what do you do?
No, I mean, I either hold it or, I mean, like, according to my fiance, I do fart in my sleep.
I was gonna say, in bed, like, what, you like run to the front door and like exit, or what?
No.
I just had this vision. It's like, where do you live again?
North Carolina.
Okay, so it isn't like snow or anything. Thunderstorms?
We get a little bit of snow, but
okay. Whatever the snowiest day is, it's just like you like are holding one in so hard in bed, and then you're like, and you're just
no, I'll let it out.
Like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
No, I mean you let it. You try to let it out silently.
That's even worse.
And then start snoring.
Like, at least she would be warned if you. Okay.
Well,
anyway.
I mean, she's a pretty sound sleeper.
What does this podcast turn to? All right.
I don't know.
All right. Okay.
All right.
There's Jonathan on your list at all?
Gorgeous, by the way. Wow.
Thank you. Yeah. I outkick my coverage.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. And honestly, her attractiveness is the fourth best thing about her.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. She's
really
a total package.
Number one, deceptively smart.
Oh, I like that.
So,
I like that a lot.
But no,
like,
that's probably number two.
I like that.
Number one, she's like the most supportive person I've ever met, ever.
Oh, you need that. So, that's amazing. Yeah, that's good.
And then she's deceptively smart, and then she's just really nice, and then she's smoking hot.
And you laugh together. You're best friends.
Yeah, and she's
that's the key.
Too.
That's the key. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Okay. Anyway, whoa. All right.
Yeah. It's good.
Okay, back to the list.
Back to the list. Well, I mean, can you imagine me being with someone that's not kinky? Come on, stop it.
No. But I'm also not. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jonathan. Where Jonathan's second chance?
Yeah, I have him on my list, but I think, yes, second chance.
I love him. I mean,
I do too. I would have Jonathan and Keith Nail on every season of Survivor from here till eternity if I could.
And Big Tom.
Yeah, and Big Tom. Yes.
So why not? All right. Let's see. 37. Whoo, here we go. All right. I feel like the world is calling for Davey.
I know. No kidding.
But
no kidding.
Is Dave? I feel like
Davey's second chance. Davey's second chance.
Davey's first ballot, second chance. But I feel he could sneak his way on. We'll get down there. He could sneak his way on my cast. Okay. I'm not against it.
I'm not against it. No, I love Davey.
Yeah.
So I'm not against it at all.
So,
super
but definitely
entertaining.
Definitely first ballot, second chance.
Oh, 100%.
All right. We think we have to have the nerd archetype. You think you think we have to have Christian?
Yes.
He's top on my list.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
He's the only person I have written down from David versus Goliath.
Okay, I'm not against it. Possibly my favorite player of the 30s, Angelina.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. This is a no-brainer. Yep. Angelina has awesome. To be highly considered. Absolutely. Like iconic moments. People still talk like the jacket, the
fucking ladder,
and the ladder. I mean,
the ladder, the rice.
The rice. Yeah. Multiple moments.
Yeah.
Like, we had her on the podcast, Johnny. I think I cried like 3 times.
Yeah, we both cried. It was insane. Like it was not the podcast you were expecting from the two of us with Angelina.
What? Yeah. Wait, cried because it was funny or cried?
No, sensitive, touching kind of moments.
Oh.
Yeah.
That kind of
she's just one of my favorite really people. Cool. And we just got real.
Oh yeah, it was dope.
That's nice.
Sorry to ruin
Angelina is top of my list, especially for women.
Okay. Nick Wilson?
No. That's no.
He's not on my list. Too much controversy. So peek behind the curtain, Johnny and I met Nick Wilson before anyone knew who he was.
Before
he
the cast
was announced. Event.
He came up to an event and he was like, "Hi man, I'm on the next season of Survivor." And I literally patted him on the head. I was like, "Oh, sweetie, you have no chance."
Yeah. And then he wins.
But, anyway.
So the first time
I patted him on the head and called him sweetie.
I think he
That's
got
kind
lucky.
of perfect.
Because, I mean, refresh my memory, but didn't he almost get voted out like constantly at the beginning of?
No. He was supposed to be the first boot if Pat wasn't medevaced.
Okay, yeah. So all I have for that season is Christian and who else would we say? Angelina.
Christian, Davey, Angelina. So
I have one for second chance at least. You cannot move on without mentioning Natalie Cole. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At the other end of the jacket gate. I mean, come on. Like maybe not for this, but she would have to be second chance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I put her name up there for second chance.
Okay, good.
And she loves me. Oh my God. Of all of all the people I would not expect to love me, oh my God. I think she'd beat somebody up for me.
Oh well, listen.
So that's an alliance. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. 38, Edge of Extinction.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Yeah.
This is a no-brainer. War Dog, I think.
I mean, I think that's a second chance type opportunity.
I don't really.
You don't see it. You don't see it at all. You don't really?
I mean, I love War Dog. But I don't think production sees War Dog the same way that we do.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think we have rose-colored glasses when it comes to War Dog.
That's probably true. Yeah, that's probably true. Okay.
At one time, my arch enemy, and now easily top 10 favorite players of all time, and it doesn't change his lack of ability in any challenge ever, especially if throwing is involved.
Listen, I was on the trap for far too long. Okay, I get it. I saw it in person.
I mean, he looks so athletic, and he goes to the gym. So, but apparently, no one ever played catch with him when he was a kid. Ever. No. So not frisbee, not baseball, not anything.
Maybe just under pressure. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So Matt, where were you guys at? So season 39.
War Dog's in. He's a legend.
Are you being serious? Is War Dog?
We are not.
So 38, season 38, Edge of Extinction, correct?
Are you being serious? No. Okay, great.
No, War Dog's hilarious, but Rick Devens is my pick for that season.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement.
Devens has to be on another season. If he's not on season 50, then they're stupid.
But don't you think, like, potentially second chance? I don't. Again, if we're looking at the list, I don't see, like, we have you guys. We have so many names right now.
I know.
Well, we'll get. I'm going to put him down there. I think he's the king of second chance, and I think they honestly rig it for him to win second chance.
Yeah.
But he is potentially on. I mean, of all the names, he is one of the biggest characters that they've embraced over this.
No,
era.
I know. I mean, he got to do the podcast. Jeff talked about how he was going to be some like market man or so. I don't know. When they were doing the tokens, he was going to be the. Did you read that article?
No,
I don't know if I did.
Well, Jeff. So Jeff said he had this idea that they ended up scrapping. It was
because Mike White said, "Why do you hate Survivor and why would you do this?"
I think it was Mike White was like, "Yeah," and it was basically going to be. So you know how they had the
fire tokens.
Yeah, and that he was basically going to be like the cashier or something. Like they would walk up to this booth and he would be there to greet them.
And it would be Rick Devens.
Yeah. So.
Oh. Well, I like that better than Cochran giving advice to Debbie, who had no idea who he was.
On the big pirate ship. I'm not saying the idea
and doing the exact opposite of his advice.
I'm not saying idea was good or bad, but I don't see him on like a legend season just with all the other names, but I am agreeing that Probst like has a hard on for him. So
yeah. So
for whatever
I got him. We'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. But I like his chances.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So let's see. Victoria. I love Victoria. I love to see Victoria on a second chance or with the X on the beach. I think she would be good on that with one of her boyfriends that, you know, maybe doesn't like girls anymore or whatever.
Wait, what? Am I missing a story here?
Possibly.
Oh, okay. I guess do I need to be? Maybe I'm out of the loop on Instagram or something. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
So,
I think second chance.
Maybe I'm confused. Or dating a cougar. I think she was dating a guy that she found out was on the Cougar Life show or something.
Oh.
No, there's something there.
Oh boy.
I love Victoria, and I root for her so hard in her dating life because like she just gives very little glimpses at it, and you're like, oh, good for you, and then you see her just like, oh no, it was the worst thing ever.
Okay.
So, and I'm always here for positive reinforcement because I look at her as a little sister, so I'm just rooting for her.
No, I get that's fair. Yeah. No, I have Victoria's cool. Yeah.
Well, I'm like her, like she's like my like I feel like War Dog's her big brother, and I'm like the cool uncle.
Okay. Yeah, that's
and it's
cool.
Just like, you get what you deserve, girl. You don't settle for less.
Like you go after that.
Yeah. Or don't.
Or don't. Yeah, you don't have to go after everything. You can be selective. Okay, I got it. All right, give me a face. Okay.
But I like to see her on so from Edge of Extinction. Sorry, this just in, as Rick Devens would say. We have a write-in, Lauren O'Connell and her eyebrows, and this is coming from Phil from The Specialist. I did add her eyebrows part.
Why?
Because she has big eyebrows.
What does that mean?
She has very big eyebrows. They're amazing.
Okay. I'm like, I don't understand. Was this, this is a Phil thing?
Phil thought you would fight me on that. And I was just like, yeah, she's going to back her girl. It's fine. So we'll go tit for tat. So I'm scared of Kelley.
I think her eyebrows are great. I wish my eyebrows could look like that. Well, but Lauren, here's the thing. Lauren is a challenge beast. Like, she's so physical. We have so few of those, I think, in like a lot of people we've talked about. So I don't know, maybe for 50, but I would definitely put Lauren on a second chance season.
Had they called her for the challenge?
Possibly. I think so.
I feel like that would be her wheelhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like she could break Johnny Banana's heart real easily on the challenge.
Oh God, don't. Oh, I wouldn't. No, I could. No. I mean, listen, if it keeps you in longer, I'd be like, girl, do whatever. You know what I mean? But
it'll keep you in.
Listen. I mean, she is stunning. Guys love.
So are we talking about Lauren Beck?
No, Lauren O'Connell.
Oh, Lauren O'Connell. So from season 38, Edge of Extinction still.
Yes.
Yeah, with the eyebrows.
Okay.
She's stunning. She is stunning. Okay. DMs are full. Okay.
I'm sure. They were full from Phil.
Okay. Phil knows Lolly. He's met Lolly. Does he remember?
Yeah, he knows her.
Didn't you go to Chicago with Lauren O'Connell, Johnny? No. Was she in Chicago at one of your events as a guest?
No. Sarah Wilson.
Okay, that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, different people. Like, wait a second. Wait a minute. What's happening here? Hold on. Wait a second. I would have heard about this. No. I put Lolly on second chance for sure, though.
Yeah, same. But I say she should pursue the challenge. I feel like the challenge is more suited for her, but she would be fine. She would be great on second chance.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rick Devens is the only one from 38.
That's who I have,
and that's a maybe, right?
Mm-hmm. He's pretty strong.
Looking at me?
Yeah.
I put it as a maybe, but you both feel strongly about it, so
we'll see.
Put it on the list, and then when we get to the floor, we can decide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, season 39, Island of the Idols, and this is our last season because season 40 is Winners at War. We're not doing that. You're not getting on. It's going to be based on your first season. Blah blah blah. Just for your placement. I like Janet Carbon. She's a friend. She meets a demo. She's the greatest fire maker in the history of Survivor. I'd love to see her challenge Gabler one day to find out for sure, or any of the other super fire people that we've seen. But I think if I'm looking through the production lens, I think Lauren Ashley Beck has a good chance, if not this, for season for a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see for this.
Okay. Yeah, her and Missy Bird were on my list of people, but just because I had to choose a couple.
Missy's just running around naked somewhere. I don't think Naked and Afraid is the next show for Missy Bird.
That's true, but I don't think I think Lauren would be a great second chance season.
So. Okay, so let's start with guys. We have Philip, Malcolm, Tony, Jeremy, Ty, Christian, and Rick. Okay, so I feel like the easiest to bump from this list is Rick, just based on our conversation. Right? Or no? Philip, Malcolm, Tony, Jeremy, Ty, Christian, and Rick.
I see Ty and Rick as the two to bump the easiest. If we're truly saying a legend season.
I think so too. Mm-hmm. So that leaves Philip, Malcolm, Tony, Jeremy, Christian. That's 5. Whew. All right. So hold on. We had 2. How many winners do we have last time? D and Jan. So we had 2 winners last time. I feel like we're going to have at least 2, maybe 4 winners from the old school. So we need at least 2. You know what? We're probably going to get 4 because we'll see.
I looking at this list, for me, I'm just going to throw this out there. I have Philip, Tony, Malcolm, and Christian. I'm cutting Jeremy and then Rick, Devins, and Ty.
It's so hard.
It is.
But I do.
Does Tony come back? I would say no, but he's doing Traitors, so.
He's won twice. I could see him being like, I'll be the first 3-time winner. I could also see him going, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Nah. I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I'm fine with the Christian, Philip, Malcolm, and Tony.
Ooh.
Where are you, Fairplay? Where are you leaning? You're gonna cut Christian.
No, I think they're key. I think they have to. I think that is one of Jeff's, if not Jeff's, favorite archetype ever.
Yeah,
and it will be represented. And I think they go Christian over Cochran just because Cochran did finish his story. Mm-hmm. So and we didn't cast Carson in the new era. So I feel like Christian's a lock.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Malcolm just as he said, he represents Mike Holloway. He represents Joey Anglum. He represents so many guys. And if you're going to pick one of them, that's the one you pick.
Mm-hmm.
Philip, I want the chaos. As I said, I wouldn't want to be out there with him, but I definitely want to see, if I am out there, I want to see him on another tribe to ruin your lives. So Philip is a lock for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tony and Jeremy. I feel like Tony says no.
I'm looking at the 4 from the. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, okay. We have 5. Let's leave it at 5 right now. Let's look at the girls. Okay. Abby Maria, Chaos Cass, Natalie Anderson, Kelley Wentworth, Michaela, and Angelina. Okay. So.
Aubrey, we kept her off?
Aubrey. Yeah. Okay. She's on there. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. Holy moly. Okay. We're all in agreement. Abby Maria, absolutely, positively, right?
Positively. Yes, for me.
Kelley, are you 100% on Abby Maria?
Yeah, I just think they need that.
Yeah.
Type of person. Like there's no, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. All right. Cass, they probably hate Cass. production does.
Yeah, I'm saying I love Cass. I'm thinking all the shit talking. I think Cass is out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm good with that decision.
Okay. Kelley Wentworth, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I think you're a lock.
I'm
sorry.
That.
I'm sorry. I mean, literally 3/4 of every bio.
Yeah,
I want
she's
to play
a
like
lock.
Kelley Wentworth.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. All right, you can put me on there, but no promises.
Okay,
everyone
that's
has
fine.
a price.
All right. So, all right. Angelina and Aubrey. I want Angelina. I love them both, but
I go Angelina. I'm confident saying we can take Aubrey off. Actually.
Okay.
I got Angelina and Natalie Anderson as my final two.
I think so too. I think you have Natalie is such a strong female player. I just
and we need another winner. I mean, we gotta. I want to balance this out on winners.
Yeah, I think you have to go Natalie. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think she would play again too.
Okay, so we have Abby Maria, Natalie Anderson, Kelley Wentworth, and Angelina Keeley. That's pretty strong.
It is.
Okay, so now back to the guys. Philip, Malcolm, Tony, Jeremy. Okay. We're all in agreement Christian's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so.
Okay, and I think we're in agreement on Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's between Philip, Tony, and Jeremy.
Would they call Philip though?
Is Philip too old to play? You know what I mean? Like, is Philip going to give us anything besides stealth RS names? Is he? You know what I mean?
I'm honestly okay with him just doing the greatest hits.
Yeah, I want Philip on there just for the wacky factor.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I feel like, it's between Tony and Jeremy. Who doesn't make it, Kelley? What's the chat room saying? Who would we get rid of? Do we get rid of we get rid of
they both played three times.
Yeah, do we get rid of Tony or Jeremy?
I just think you have to have Tony. I don't know. I just feel like you have to have Tony.
I think so too. And I think he would do it. All right.
Well, I say Philip, Tony, Malcolm, Christian.
Okay. All right. I'm okay with that. Oh, you know what? Jeremy's Jeremy told me he would never play again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did he say
that? At my viewing party in Boston. He said he's done. So
I don't blame him. I mean, what else? What else does he like? What else?
He didn't enjoy 40.
Oh, really? Did he say why?
Because he hates the way new school people play the game. And I'm just like, aren't you new school?
Who's really new school? Who is he talking about?
He said basically
he's saying that he wouldn't want to play like new era.
Yeah. So but he didn't like the way the new school people played on 40. So basically, him and Ethan both at the same. They basically, when back in my day, you go off to go get wood and you make your deals and all that. So he said on season 40, everyone just sat there and if someone was like, okay, I'm going to go get wood, they're just like, and everyone just look at you. And it's just like, what? And they're just like, oh, you got to go. It was like, if we don't have wood, we don't have a fire. Like, what are you talking about? It's just
I see. Yeah.
So it's like, you're making your decision right now. We either have fire or you have fire or you're out.
And he's literally a fireman. Like, okay.
So,
okay. Well then, yeah. So I think Christian,
so he made
Philip,
his own
Malcolm,
decision.
and Tommy. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Final deal for the guys: Philip, Malcolm, Tony, and Christian. For the girls, for the ladies, sorry, Abby Maria, Natalie Anderson, Kelley Wentworth, and Angelina Keeley. All right, I think we did it.
Got it too. I'm
Wow.
I'm totally, and this was very hard because there's so many fun people and great players. But for us to all come in agreement, I feel pretty good about the 8 people that we just chose. I think it's killer. Sweet. And I know it's weird, Kelley, being, you're all modest. Like, I can't wait till Fairplay is on everyone's list next week. And Fairplay's like, oh, stop, please.
Yeah, right. Yeah, look at him right now.
I know,
look at him right now. God.
Oh.
The man
Kelley,
holding
where
his
can
heart in front of his fiance.
Yeah. Where can everybody find you on social media?
Kelley Wentworth on Instagram, Kelley. Come on, y'all.
Yes.
And then on TikTok, Kelley Wentworth _ because somebody has Kelley Wentworth. What the hell?
Oh my God. Well, I couldn't remember my login for my TikTok, so I'm Fairplay Talk because I can't remember how to get in. Like it was on my old phone, and it was like we sent you a text. I'm like, oh my God.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, shit, whatever. That's fine.
Oh well, who cares?
Yep, that's where I am.
All right.
Feel free to disagree. Feel free to,
You always post super fun. You post super fun reels. You're always talking about.
Oh God, the dry erase board is life changing throughout the season.
Yes, it is.
I know. I need to do more of those. I just sometimes if I don't post within a day or two after the episode, I feel like it's too late. So
it is.
Whatever. Well, yeah, exactly. So there's like a very short window to be able to post. And, so anyway.
Yeah. No, people reached out over the years. They're just like, you need to have Kelley on the podcast. I was like, I've reached out a few times. I was like, however, I feel like Kelley's got her stick down to like 3 minutes with the dry erase board, and she's actually smarter than all of us doing 1 hour podcasts.
Yeah. No, that's not true. I love podcasts. The problem is sometimes once I open up the door, then like people see I'm doing podcasts, and then all of a sudden I'm getting like, come on mine. And I'm like, oh. Yes. And I have an issue saying no sometimes. Yeah. And so that's why I'm like, I only do a few every now and then. And I was happy. This was fun. Also, you gave me advance warning because sometimes you do like you text me like an hour before and you're like, what are you doing?
Oh, I know.
Like,
I'm the worst.
I'm just sitting around waiting for Jonny Fairplay to text me about a podcast. Like, what do you mean?
I know. I'm the worst. So, everyone else looking for Kelley on your podcast, she's not going to do it. So there you go.
I mean, that's basically what I just said.
You're welcome.
This is a real treat. It was super, super, super fun.
Yeah.
No, it was so
and
fun.
Matt Bischoff, you're at the Matt Bischoff on Instagram and just at Matt Bischoff on X.
I don't even mess with X. I hate Twitter, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I just find it on Instagram. That's where I post my life, my family, everything that I enjoy doing. And but I just post my eBay records on Twitter. So and I scroll through, I'm like, wow, there's a bunch of naked people. All right. I want to ask one question. So Kelley, with Jonny and I both saying you're definitely going to be included in casting's mind for season 50, you 100% would play Survivor again, correct? Like if they're calling you,
100% is a strong
number.
About that.
But I mean, if Survivor calls you for 50, you're gonna at least have the conversation with them about it.
I always have the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she loves turning down the challenge. It's her favorite thing is turning down.
Hey, I don't blame her. Like when she's saying a challenge is not for me. Like if Naked and Afraid called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, we want you on our show and we're going to pay you $25,000," I'd say, "Nah, it does not interest me. I have a fine life without doing something I don't want to do."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I just think once you've played a couple times or you just know what you. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's nice to be able to say yes or no. And look at Emily. She played one time. People would love to see her back. And she's like, no. It's like, I like that. Strong conviction. No, I don't want to do it. I like that.
Yep. I do too.
There you go. So
don't ask Kelley if she's going to do your podcast because she's going to say no.
The answer is no.
She's able to say yes or no. So.
Kelley, hang on for a second. We got a couple liner things real quick. Everyone, we will see you next week. I am heading to Toronto. Me and Jax are going to be at some cabana pool thing and another thing. Information I am posting in my stories daily. So catch me and Jax Taylor in Toronto this weekend. We're doing a pool thing and a nightclub. I'm so old. Like we're doing the pool thing from like 3 to 5, and then the nightclub thing from like midnight to 1:30. And I'm just like, you obviously don't know my sleep schedule, so this should be fun. And yeah, until next week, we'll be back with Sari to cast the old school era or whatever. So until next time, bye everybody.
Cheers.